Welcome to Frost Astrophotography, and we have reached part 10 of my miniature home observatory build. In this video I will work on the roof of the observatory and do some finishing touches of other parts, for example the paneling. Some progress tonight with the roof. I've started with the condensation protection. It's basically a plastic sheet that is supposed to go underneath the metal roof, prevent condensation from dripping down. I've also installed a small stud to create an extra air gap, even though the manufacturer of this condensation protection doesn't require it. So I have an extra air gap, as you can see, for the air to flow under the metal roof. On top of that, I have the studs to carry the metal roof. According to manufacturer's specifications of the metal roof, 400 millimeters from the front end to the back of the second row, and then 350 millimeters CC in between the studs. Now I'm going to have a piece of board here. In Sweden it's called the takfotsbräda. In English I am not sure. It's the bottom of the roof, and on top of here I'm also going to have a piece of metal that will protect the wood here from any water going off the side. On the side, also in Swedish, vindskiva, a piece of wood, or normally two pieces of wood, covering the sides of the roof, and a vindskiveplåt, a metal protecting the gap between the metal roof and the vindskiva that is going to be on here. I'm going to use two, so I'm going to have one attached here to the extra pieces of stud that I mounted underneath. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to set this camera down. So the first vindskiva here and the second here. And it's important to have the height of the metal roof here. And then you have a piece of metal plate covering the top, the gap between this wood and the metal roof, and protecting the top of this wood as well. Even though it's not required by the manufacturer, I want to have this protective condensation protection all the way out to the vindskiva, because there's going to be a metal roof on top of here as well, and that can cause condensation, and that will not create a problem on this side, but on the other side it's going to be sticking out 25 centimeters probably, and part of that into the observatory, and that might, in worst case scenario, create a condensation drop or two. So I'm going to pull this out and take it up here with some slack, and then staple it to this and have it protected or attached by the vindskiva, the piece of wood here on the side of the roof. I'm probably going to have a couple of pieces of wood underneath here covering this. It's a better installation that way, I would say. The sides here will then be covered by a panel, but not a standing panel like this, but as I have on my house, a lying panel. And that panel will have to go all the way down on the sides here. First of all, the panel must go outside this and then down a bit, protecting this, not creating any gap for moisture or water to go into. It's getting darker and darker, and that is of course positive in one way. I can soon start to see some stars here at 63 degrees north. So far I've made two vindskivor, two outer pieces of wood making up the side of the roof here, one above and one below, and they are mounted 3 centimeters down because the roof will build between 2.5 and 3 centimeters. I've attached the end board here that will finish off the roof, and stapled the condensation protection so that it moves over and with a bit of overlap. So if there is going to be some water here, it will flow out and drip down without touching the wood. On top of this metal plate, this will finish off the metal roof. The roof will be screwed on top of this, making sure that any water will drip off and not on the wood here. Some latex filling to compensate my carpentry skills, and the same on this side. I will now get a piece of metal roof to show you. So the roof will look something like this when completed. finally, roof completed after a hard evening of work. It's not perfect, I'll tell you that. It was hard to cut the metal pieces, even though I have a nibbler tool attached to my drill. But I also made some mistakes on the sideboards. I didn't place them high enough. But since I have an underlay roof that is watertight as well, I'm not that worried. I think it's going to be okay. So the sheet metal completed, as well as the metal plates covering the sideboards. I have the rooftop metal plate with an end cover here on this side as well, and the same on the other side. I'm pretty happy with the installation since it's the first roof I've done myself. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please like it, and if you like this type of content in general, consider subscribing to this channel. Until the next video, I wish you have clear skies.